So, this is quite a unique institution, is it not? Can you tell me what you did before you started this place?
Before I started this place, I was a headmaster of a music school, a music academy in Germany, in Freiburg. This is the capital of Black Forest.
Yes.
I spent my time, I studied music in Germany, and I spent my time there for 26 years. Then I decided to return to Indonesia because I would like to contribute my knowledge, my experience to my people. So I founded this Institut Musik Daya Indonesia in 2001 actually. So I returned in 2000, early 2000. And there you go.
And how do you feel about how it's gone?
Well, a mix of feelings, of course. At first, I was quite frustrated in the beginning because, if I may say so, it's just like coming back and then trying to teach them something that it is quite uncommon. It's like, you know, taking a computer into the jungle and tell them how to use this and how to operate the applications in order to be able to chat with someone from the other country or something like that, whereas they are still in their habit of fishing and, you know, doing all that stuff without any electronic and any modern application.
Yeah.
So it was quite hard for me to start, but we're getting there. Thanks to the internet, of course, and the media nowadays in the 21st century helps a lot to accelerate the process of learning.
And what if you had to like say in just a few sentences what you teach here, what kind of school this is, what would you say?
This is a music school. We offer degree program and courses, so people can study to obtain the master degree, even the doctorate. And then we recently opened the Department of Performing Arts, so dance, drama, and music. We combine it. And the basic of all music is classical, so they all are obligated to study classical music. And then jazz, of course, but then all kinds of popular music.
What kind of styles do they learn here?
They learn all kinds of styles.
With some
There's Brazilian music, Afro-Cuban music, traditional world music, for instance, like Greek music, sirtaki, Italian music, opera, and of course our own Indonesian music, the traditional and the children's songs. So for them it is important since a lot of them have never been outside of the country. So I think to become a musician they also learn a lot. Common knowledge, international happenings. So then when they graduate from Institut Musik Daya Indonesia, they will be able to work any country.
Do you find that it's a challenge trying to teach Indonesia's in a, like, I don't want to say it's in a corner of the world.
Yes.
But it's not a central location in the world of like a lot of these musics that you mentioned, you know, versus Europe or the United States or South America or something like that. Do you find that it's a challenge teaching so many different kinds of music that are not native to anywhere near here?
Yes, it is a challenge. It is a challenge. Because if we look at our way of learning, completely different from the tradition. The Western used to write everything down as a document, so you can learn from reading, whereas the Indonesians here, they used to listen to the elderly, that they tell the story. That's how the tradition is. So it's quite a challenge for them, for instance, to teach them to read the music notation, because they are so used to learn music by ear, and then also to teach them that music has a structure. It's not just listening to some music and then you think you can play it by listening to it and copying. A big challenge, but finally I can say that they, what can I say? Especially the young Indonesians who study here at the moment, they begin to understand how to really approach music and how to study music the way the Western do. the Western people do.
What do you think the biggest resource for this is? Do you think is it the internet? Is it what is it?
Well, it's not only internet. When I came back, I brought a lot of books from Europe, and then of course, with my experiences, and then I always, every time I travel, I come back with tons of books. They have to copy the books and study every day and read it, and then of course learn from the internet. And I have also many friends from all over the country, all over the world. And I ask my friends to come here and then help me educate the people here. Like Veronica Nunn, for instance, the singer of Michael Frank, who is a best friend of mine. Then many European musicians, and also who else? Bill Hay Trio. Some from New York. Well, I have numerous. I cannot mention one by one.
You find that's important, bringing in kind of outside?
Oh yes. Because it is not an addition, but how can I say this? If, for instance, you come here, you're from the States, and then you're a famous band, and then you tell them the same thing that what we tell them every day. So it makes click with them. Aha! So this what we are telling them, it's true. Because you basically, when you gave the workshop today, you were telling them exactly the same thing that what we tell them every day here in the school.
It's just a waste of money having me here.
Oh no! But you know what I mean? Is that
I know
to hear that from someone else who have traveled the world and from other countries, it's an enrichment for them, and then to also be convinced that what we're teaching here this is what you're going to be facing out there.
I've heard you're strict.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm strict. Discipline, maybe. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the word that was used.
Yes, because the Indonesians, they have a different lifestyle, and they have maids at home, and as soon as they get out here of the school, they become Indonesians again, lazy, and then hang around in the mall, playing with the gadgets. You know, that is the problem of the nowadays young generation.
And you combat this how?
Combat it.
You're combating it here, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Well, I can say that I'm one of the pioneers in Indonesia with a formal music education, and then combating. I would say combating. You make an effort. As you told them in Becoming Missing, the three aspects which are very important, like social, discipline, and right? You have your own system. So I think that if they want to be a good musician, they just have to go through the process. I've been to that process, and I was fortunate that my parents sent me to abroad. And then I spent my time 36 years abroad. Well, according to my experience that I tell them every day, and then also some of the lecturers here, they spend also their times outside of Indonesia, traveling, playing in a concert, teaching, lecturing, writing arrangement, orchestration, all of that. I do all of that. So.
How essential do you think it is for musicians now to go to school?
It depends on the choice. I always tell them it's your choice. If you want to just gig and then play in the club and then just copying the top 40 band all the time, and that is what your choice, go ahead. But if you want to become someone like in the classical music, like Amata Argerich or Vladimir Horowitz, or you would like to become like Hank Jones and so on, so on, I think that the shortcut is to study formally. So it's their choice what they want to be. So it depends what you want to become. If they want to become an arranger or orchestrator, so I think the shortcut is to study music. I don't tell them you must study music. You just think about what you want to become.
And my last question.
Yes.
This school is a bit unconventional.
Yes.
In a lot of ways. The building, the dogs, the cooking. What can you kind of just like, there's, I would like to just kind of hear it clearly stated. What is this place?
Musicians are artists. And artists deal with beautiful environment, beautiful stuff, play beautiful music. And I think that for an artist it's very important to study in a green environment, not in the building. They should see water, and compassion is the most important aspect to become a musician. And as you know, in our country, that most of the time they say, as a Muslim, haram, to see dogs and so. No, you come here to study at Institute Musik Daya, you develop your compassion by seeing all the dogs running around here. My sister is the coordinator of animal rescue, and this is how I teach them to develop their compassion and to become social and then to care, to love. And then about the cooking, well, my auntie was the chef here, so I think it's also important to eat traditional Indonesian food, especially Manadunese, and home cooking, right? Home cooking, so it's not fast food.
Why?
Why? Because there is beside healthy, there is a certain process in making the food taste good. The process. It's basically the same. It's basically the same like you practicing the guitar. Depends on how you practice. Depends on how you put the ingredients, especially when they want to become an arranger. You put too much salt and then you cook, salty.
So you're trying to you're combining different elements with like animals, cooking these things all to kind of give like a more holistic kind of approach to music.
Yes. That's why I said that very important aspect is compassion.
Amazing. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thanks for having us again.
I thank you for visiting our school and then
More our pleasure.
Enlightening our students here.
Yeah. No, I mean, at least.